sit down and watch that one. No, I liked Mark's girls too. Remember Mark Track? Tamara and Abby and like Sasha was real quiet. She was very quiet. Yeah, I liked Sasha. She's a good ball player. Mariah was very quiet too. He had spunky personalities and he had real quiet girls too. Because Brandy was real quiet. A lot of them were real quiet, and I was. I wanted to coach because Jazzy Cooper, just take Jazzy and just go, do this, girl. Just work them in their game and let them do their wheelhouse and let them do their thing, and then put them into certain situations where defensively or things like that to where they could just work. You get them in mismatches. I used to talk that a lot with Jalen Penny and Matt Taylor. Yeah. And say no because they told me because me and Paul talked to you. So mid-range it's about matchups. Don't look at the analytics. There's lies, damn lies, and there's statistics. Okay. Mid-range. Matt and Jalen, if they worked on their ball handling, had definite physical attributes and size mismatches in their positions where they played at wing and shooting guard to where they could get mid-range shots if they just worked on their aim with their athleticism to get over people. And both Matt and Jalen, I was like, and Paul wasn't having it. And I was like, Paul, you're not an athlete. I'm an athlete. Trust me. We just work on these same attributes. There was Hank Basket. I remember watching him in high school thinking, dang, just wish I could coach that kid. If I could coach that. Kyle Griffiths, yeah, Logan, yeah. Wanted to coach that kid too. I sat and watched him. I said, oh man, he's a good athlete. Yeah, you could really work with him with a lot of different things. You don't do what's good for the team in high school. You do what's good for the athlete. So it will translate well as they go further up the food chain to try to provide for their family to pay extortion. And that's the way I looked at those kids, and I looked at a lot of them, and I'd watch them in tournaments and go, oh man, you should do this, you should do that, you should. And I would also take Kid Hank and took him to a camp in Houston or Chicago and stuff and had them play against better level of competition. So it would have, at first it smacks your ego, but you have reality. Wow, okay, these guys are really good, yes. And they can make it hard on you. So you're going to have to be a better player to be successful against better players. Right? And so, it just, when you're playing against not as good a competition, it's easy. And then when you play against better competition, you have to, okay, I'm going to have to go left. I'm going to have to use my left hand. I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do that. I can't dominate all I want. I use left to set up for the right. It didn't make any sense to shoot with my right hand. I was so explosive from the right. All I had to do was just move the ball to this side of my body. Guys, I could jump 64 to 68 inches in the air and I could run under a 4.5 40. Okay, it just didn't make any sense. I was only going to play for 4 years, retire, and go love the wife and kids. I wasn't going to do it forever and try to be the champion and have all this legacy. I was just going to do it to just get the money, to get paid, to get laid. And then, and both in, street vernacular and Hawaiian, right? Get laid, I'm being silly. But nah, man, I knew what I was doing, right? It's weird. They still have these people, they will sit and watch me. And these scientists play genocidal operations. And this is how stupid Tom Holmes, the Tom Tom Club, and poor Christy Nomar, right? Oh, well, these people would eat you up. That guy would kill you just as soon as look at you. Yeah, I know. I understand Apaches and Navajos and Maori warriors and stuff, yeah. We have certain covenants. If we're not able to keep those covenants, we have to fight like hell to stay alive. We just soon kill you as look at you. So if you will not stand up and live the Lord's prayer of me, and you're not an honorable person, and you say this is the truth, but you lie, then you think those people would eat me alive. When someone tempted you, you were so inclined, and I'll bet love and honor never crossed your mind. Some people do lose their honor or try to manipulate you with selfishness, and I understand that. But I can jump over 68 inches or 514, so, the under 4 flat 40, and people punch me. You saw, Tom and Christy, you saw the video with the parking lot in Paradise Food City, where the people at Food City got to pay their bills to eat too. And they punched me, and it didn't even faze me. Yeah, remember that? And and so, And that guy, I want you to train. I didn't have to train. It's called chi in China. It's called the ki in Japan. It's called the ki. It's the energy of life. It's the Holy Spirit in the Mormon church. It goes through early birds. They're better than everybody's because he's the faithful source of fatherly communication for us to love one another, eternal faithful peace and holy covenants. Yes. The science is inconclusive, guys. They're just playing you. Everybody told me that here. My sister told me that. They can feed you drink because of what the people told them, all the people from church and shit. They can feed stuff in your dreams. And their family works at White Sands. They can make you think things is okay. Why aren't they doing what you? How come you can't explain scientific fallacies and mistakes to Stephen Hawking and the rest of the people? Why are they doing it with me? What's the agenda? Well, because it's a fucked up agenda because I kick both the left and the right and the ding-ding and the vagina, say, stop asking for money, live the Lord's Prayer now. So it seems like I was thinking about it, so it's really hard. And then try to explain to Tom Tom Club and Christine Ohm, you get it? No? Okay. You're much cuter than those bearded little guys in the yard. Yeah. You got a kind of like Jennifer Lopez's cousin thing, saying you know you're hot. Okay, she knows she's hot. She's a hot girl. All hot girls know they look hot. Because like that one girl at NSI, a little black girl that was sticking the butt out, right, and looking back over her shoulder to make sure all the guys were looking. And I was explaining to the guys, you do know what she's doing right there, right? It's like Benny on with Wendy Peppercorn. She don't know what she's doing. She knows exactly what she's doing. Okay? You know what I'm saying? She knows exactly what she's doing. There's nothing wrong with it. It's the Browns, y'all. I was looking back to see if you was looking back to see if you were looking back to see if you was looking back at me. Okay? And you're looking for the right person to have children with. Yeah. There you are, lost in the shadows, searching for someone to set you free from New York City. Oh, where did all those yesterdays go? When you still believe love could really be like a Broadway show, right? Oklahoma, where the wind come rolling down the plain. They're always teaching me something. I'm always so stupid. He doesn't even see this. It's like, no, I think of the people that are watching the situation, the people that are not seeing it are not the light in the way. They are fighting and manipulating and deceiving over fuck money with technology. I would be thinking that. But if you're not thinking that, well, Denzel, look out for all the white women in the middle of the way. You can't go walking in the middle of the street. Get in the cab and let's get the fuck out of Dodge. Okay. Set you free from New York City. What? It's a thought you had in a taxi cab that got left in the dirt. I drop you off. Hey, you should know the score by now. You're all native New Yorkers. You got television. You know what the gangs of New York like. You know Kilrain. If man's an angel, he's a killer angel, Colonel Darling. Right? You adapt to where you survive. That's why I have so much trouble with people in New York. That's why I'm having so much trouble with the Shabazz family. Damn. It's the Lopez family all over again. Young and pretty, New York City girl, 25, 35. Hello, baby, New York City girl. You grew up riding the subways, running with people up in Harlem, down on Broadway. You're no tramp, but you're no lady, because you got to survive. You got to do what you got to. Remember Viv? Was it Viv? The little girl from the fort that talked to me, and she said, she goes, I'm glad I didn't have any babies. I would be a prostitute to take care of my babies. I said, I feel you, girl, I know. I said that to my Aunt Kay one time. I said, I slept with the devil to take care of my children. How many times have you done that? I'm still sleeping with the motherfucker. I sit right here and say, oh, chemical poison. Oh, monitor his brain activity. Oh, he thinks he's a genius. I'm still sleeping with the devil to try to take care of my children. Let me tell you, brother, she's been sleeping in the devil's bed, right? But those days are gone. We have quantum computing now. Quando. I do like that song. The Tony Reyes, the more I listen to it, the more I like it. I mean, I did like the Botticelli kid. He's just nice. But the Tony Reyes is just, It's just something about it. It's just really good. Made in Italy. Yeah, got it. Okay, it's damn good. Okay. Yeah. I realized how much stuff I like in Italian. French, it's different, but French is a Germanic language, and Italian is a Latin language, and I was raised with Latin language. A Germanic language? Well, I was always the English is a Germanic language, And I like songs in English, and songs in German. It's different. You know what I mean? So that's different. Japanese songs, a lot of them I do like. Indian songs, a lot of them I do like too. It's just, I guess it's just, some people like green chili, some people like red, some people like big butts, some people like big boobs. Big boobs are very fun, but you got to understand that is a reaction in nature that's unhealthy. Okay, that they should, when everything's healthy, there's balance for the boobs and the butt. Apparently, when it gets too big, that also has something to do with aggressive, violent, sex cult behaviors. Okay. Not saying I gotta have a little bit, that some of the aggressiveness needs to be around because, Lupita's got a nice butt, right? Girl got a nice butt. Fun to look at. Rocky, yeah, it's fun. When Buddy called Janet Jackson, he goes, "You like Janet Jackson? You all these girls, you like the double dinner tray booties?" It's like, yeah, those are fun. Yeah, they're fun. They're fun. A lot of the girls associated with them have violent sex cult brain injuries. It's true. Well, I was gonna say it's not true. It's true. Yeah. And so you have to kind of like help them through and go, baby, we're living the Lord's Prayer now. How I've waited for this moment, rat-a-tat, to be by your side. Your best friend running told me you had teardrops in your eye. That's Jermaine. That's Jermaine Jackson. Daddy's home. But there's another group that's, I have to put that, I ain't heard it in like forever. I should have that up on my MP3. That's one of my favorites. It wasn't on a Monday and Tuesday went by. It wasn't on a, all I could do was cry. That is a good, but I made a promise that you treasure. I don't know who sings original. We'll go look it up after this. I made it, rat-a-tat, back to you. Daddy's home. But it's good with the Jacksons because who's singing them background vocals? Mikey. Yeah, like Mikey with the background vocals to one of my favorite Jackson tunes. And most of y'all ain't heard it because y'all trifling. But Mama, I found that girl. That's one of the best Jackson songs ever. Yeah. Okay, guys. Jermaine sang some of the songs. Jermaine's a good singer. Serrous, baby, let's get serious. Yeah. I like Jermaine Jackson. Okay, guys, I love you. Tito? Yeah, Tito's a very good bass player. Okay, guys, I love you, man. Peace out.